Most of the people that need the 8 Millennium Development Goals live in rural areas in most of the developing countries across the globe. In September 2005, Nigeria successfully negotiated the debt relief with the Paris Club of Creditors, which led to a saving of $1 billion per annum. Nigeria pledged to spend the debt relief gains on pro-poor projects and programs in support of the national effort in achieving the Millennium Development Goals. The Conditional Grant Scheme is one of the schemes designed to provide a window of opportunity through which state and local governments can access funds annually from federal government's share of the debt relief gains. Presently, many people from Nigeria's rural areas have benefited from this scheme through the MDGs.
The Governor's Forum were very clear in their responses that these things were not happening on the ground. The President himself, a former governor, had also said that there was a gap, and so what we should do is try to find a way to work with the states at the local level. So we designed the Conditional Grant Scheme, where it really is an arrangement between the states and ourselves to partner with funding around the national policy objectives that we have.
On MDG,
we used to buy this water for 20 naira, very far away, but now it's closer to me and free. It helps in my business.
Before I buy water, a gallon, 50 naira, 60 naira. But now government give us free water. And they use them to wash my cassava and my engine. See, as my engine, they new because of the water. Yeah, they fetch free.
The MDG's Millennium Villages project was also an initiative to reach nearly 500,000 people across the developing countries. The aim is to show how an integrated approach to community-level development can translate the international MDG agreements into ground-level breakthrough throughout rural sub-Saharan Africa. The Millennium Villages project is a partnership initiative designed to identify and scale up solutions to the challenge of integrated rural development. Nigeria has also adopted the Millennium Villages initiative. The Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on MDGs is committed to scaling up 113 local government areas. It sounds very ambitious, but at the UN MDG Summit, Haja Amina Azubal and her core workers showed how ready they are to face all the challenges to make sure the Millennium Villages initiative works.
The genesis of the Millennium Villages came about when we produced the practical plan, the United Nations UNDP, led by Professor Jeffrey Sachs. And coming out of that was that we need to show in practical terms what a village should look like with the essential components for human development, of which the MDGs are the foundation.
To achieve the MDGs and escape from extreme poverty, each rural community in Africa will need schools, clinics, safe water and sanitation, agricultural upgrading, and roads and power. The Millennium Village has indeed prompted several countries to initiate both sector-specific scale-up like agriculture and health and integrated rural scale-up.
It's huge, I agree with you. The scale-up itself is targeting 113 local governments. What we're using is an approach that has been proven through the Millennium Villages project that's anchored by the Earth Institute. And the Millennium Villages project are scattered all over Africa. We have 2 in Nigeria and they target 600,000 people. And there we are in Nigeria saying we're going to target 113 local governments. Average population 200,000 per local government. That's over 20 million people. This makes it the largest scale-up in the world. What we want to do is to prove that you can achieve the MDGs provided you have targeted community-led interventions, sustained and planned for. And that's why we have the Earth Institute as consultants for the scale-up.
At the Millennium Development Goals Summit at the UN, Nigeria's MDGs showcased how the Millennium Villages project has offered innovative model for helping rural Nigerian communities lift themselves out of extreme poverty. Remarkable progress has been recorded and there has been noticeable transformation in the lives of the rural poor in the country. Today, the likes of Pampaida village in Nigeria's northern city of Kaduna, where it had depended on firewood as its main source of energy, can boast modern energy supply. The Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on MDGs assured participants at the summit in New York that over time, these communities will end their dependency on outside assistance, thereby ensuring sustainability. Many of the Nigerian people who took part in this very important summit walked on the streets of the most beautiful city in the world and believed that in the near future, Africa's most populous country will continue to compete with the famous New York City. Nigeria's Millennium Development Goals team believes sustainable development is possible in Nigeria.